Hello, good afternoon. You will have to excuse my sound. I am recording this after the fact. My sound for the first 12 minutes of this video hasn't worked, so bear with me as I talk through the exercises. Today the class will consist of a dynamic warm-up, and then we will do a few strength clusters for a full body workout. Let's get started. On our all fours, making sure all joints are stacked, we're going to start with the dynamic cat-cow position. So when you're ready, take an inhale. Make sure your belly is in. Take an inhale. You're going to gaze up, dropping that belly, chest is forward. Exhale, rounding that spine, creating a C curve with that spine, dropping your head between your hands. And again, inhale, gaze up, dropping that waistband to the mat. And just keep going through the dynamic breath. I'm just adjusting my timer on my watch. So cat-cow, inhale, dropping the belly, gazes up. Exhale, dropping the head, creating a C curve with the spine. Keep moving with the breath. Keep going. Now I want you to find stillness. Drop your hips from side to side. Dropping the hips, keeping your spine at neutral. Keep going, inhaling and exhaling as normal. Don't forget to breathe. Now I want you to gaze towards the hips as you bring it towards the side. So moving your spine in a lateral way. Tuck your toes under, dropping those hips, finding your first child's pose of the day. Then you're going to come up into a cobra pose. Waistband to the ground, gaze is up. And again, child's pose to cobra. Warming up the spine in a different way, warming up those hips and warming up the shoulder joints as well. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Good work. Well done. Okay, next coming into pike. Toes tuck under, bring your pelvis to the ceiling, finding your pike position. You are going to lift your heels up and down in a pedaling position, almost like you're walking. So you are stretching the back of your legs here. Good. Keep going. Alternate lifting of each heel, or walking the dog as yogis like to call it. Good. Now walk your hands to your feet and roll that body up until you're standing. From here, you can stay at the top of your mat, but I will face you to the front. We're going to come down into squats. So arcing your arms up to shoulder height and dropping your pelvis down, doing some squats. You can do little squats to pulse down, but I want you to go lower at each time. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe go a little bit faster, getting that body warm and getting that heart rate up as you go. Breathing through. Keep going. Good work. Following on the movements. Now holding down and pulsing down here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And take a deep breath. Coming back down, we're going to arc our arms up, chin to chest, and roll back down into your ragdoll. Good. From here, you're going to walk your hands back to a pike, finding your pike move, pike pose. You're going to tap one hand to the other toe, so alternate toe taps in a pike position. Good. Keep going on with the warm-up. Don't forget to breathe through. Keep going, following on the movement. Good, dropping your knees now. Tuck those toes under. We're going to come into knee hovers. So you're going to get ready to lift your knees to ankle height. Take an inhale to start. On your next exhale, you're going to lift your knees to ankle height. Good. Tucking toes. Apologies for the delay. Good. Lift to ankle height. Keep at ankle height at start. Tap your knees down. Good. Tap, tap, tap. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe through it. Tap up, tap up. Good work. Don't hold your breath. You can do these on your elbows if your wrists are starting to get sore. Good. Finding stillness now. We're going to come and to get ready to come into a plank position. So find 4-point kneeling first, making sure there's no wrinkles at the back of your t-shirt. You're pushing up into that plank instead of dropping your chest down into the floor. Good. Push up. Holding that upper body alignment as you step one foot back, finding a plank position. There you go. Holding your body, the top of your head to the heels is in one slope. Good. Alternate shoulder taps. So you are going to have one hand to tap the alternate shoulder and then the other. Try not to shift your weight too much. I know I am shifting my weight quite a bit in this video, but try not to. Okay. Finding stillness now. You're going to walk your feet to your hands. You're going to drop your pelvis down. Finding supine or lying down on the mat. We are moving on to our abdominal strength cluster. Okay, so lying down with your knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Good. From here, you're going to make sure you're lying in a neutral position. You're going to come into a bridge, You're going to lift your pelvis, opening your hips to the ceiling. So you are at a hinge going up, and then take an inhale at the top. And then as you come down, you're going to place your spine back down on the ground, bone by bone, until you find your neutral zone. And again, inhaling at the bottom. As you exhale, you're going to rock your pelvis towards your belly button and lift your spine bone by bone until you come up into a bridge. Your weight is in your shoulder girdle. Your knees and feet stay at hip distance apart, holding at the top and then coming back down bone by bone. One more time. Good. Inhale to pause, exhale to move. Good job. Finding neutral position. Okay, moving on to abdominals. Feet are at tabletop and you're going to cradle your head in your hands. Your elbows are in your peripheral vision. You're going to exhale, coming up, head, neck, and shoulders come up. And then inhale, come back down to start. Good. Keep going through the movement, holding your knees just above your hips, keeping your abdominals as flat as you can. Try not to bulge. If you feel like your abdominals are bulging, don't come up so high. Making sure the full weight of your head stays in your hands to keep the tension out of your neck. Good. Making sure your abdominals are doing the work to bring that upper body up. Good. If that feels good, as you come up, you can extend one leg and then the other. Alternate leg extensions here, adding load to your abdominals. Keep going with the movement. We are building endurance in our abdominals at the moment. So the lower you kick your legs, the harder it is, and the higher you leave it towards the ceiling, the easier it is. Good. Finding stillness now. You're going to bring your knees to your hands and go from side to side. Good. All right, single leg stretch. Both knees stay onto the chest. Moving on to some more abdominals, coming up into a chest lift. You're going to hold your chest lift up. One knee is going to stay bent into the body, and then the other is going to extend towards the ground to hover. Okay, take an inhale, and our outside hand is in the ankle, the inside hand is in the knee. Good. On the exhale, switching positions. Exhale. Inhale will happen naturally in between the exhale. So exhale, switch, 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 switch. Keep going. Switch, 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 switch. Almost there. Switch, switch, and resting down. Roll from side to side. Good. Coming up to a double leg stretch. coming back to the same start position. Your gaze is to the ceiling. Sorry, your feet is to the ceiling. You're going to kick up both legs and then fold back down. Easier to kick up towards the ceiling, harder kick towards the ground. Keeping up into a chest lift the whole time. Kick up. Good. You can kick towards the ground as you go to challenge yourself. Good. Coming back down, rolling from side to side. Okay, this time you're going to cradle your head in your hands. Legs going to point towards the ceiling. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, coming up into your chest lift. Weight is in your hands. You're going to kick one leg towards the ground at a time into a scissor position. Good. We only did 4. Or you can also do head down, and it could be a little easier to do the scissor movement. Good work. 4 or 6 in each. Okay, next we're going to come back to we're going to cradle our head in our hands. Your legs are going to point towards the ceiling here. Coming up into a chest lift to start. Good. Point your legs up. Good. Holding this position, you're going to lower and lift your legs. The lower you go towards the floor, the harder this will be. Good. You can do little movements, or you can bend your legs and do the little movements as well. Bending will make it a lot easier. Straightening will be a lot harder. You can do a mixture of both. Wherever you're at, keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Almost there. And release down. Roll from side to side. We're going to drop our knees, alternate sides to release our lower back and release our abdominals. Your hands can rest 45 degrees away from you for support. Okay, we're gonna come into the side now for our side plank series. Stay tuned for sound. I'm so sorry about that. The connection cut out. Anyway, let's pick up for where we left off. We are starting at our side plank. Good. So from here, I want you to lift your hand up to the ceiling, lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Hip dips. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. From here, you're going to thread the needle through your hand, lift up. Good. Thread, lift up. And again, thread, lift up. 2 more. Thread, lift up. Last one. Thread, lift up. Good. Okay, adjusting, you need to bring it closer under your body. Your hand is underneath your shoulder. We're going to do some leg lifts. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, lifting and lowering. Good. Lifting and lowering. Keep going. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Here for 3, 2, 1. Holding it up. Holding it up and pulsing. Good. Pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return down. Sitting on your knees. Let's take a tiny little break. We're doing some thigh stretches. So sitting on your knees, your toes behind you are untucked, and you're going to shoot your fingers close to, just in front of you. I'm going to go sideways so you can see me. Tuck that pelvis in. From here, inhale, lengthen that spine. As you exhale, you're going to lower back and lift. Lower back and lift. Good. Have a sense that you're using your back body to do this rather than the front part of your body. If you use your hip flexors, the front part of your body, you'll find that you won't be able to go down as low. You'll probably stop about here.
If you have a sense that you're using your back part of your body, you might be able to go down a little bit lower, surprisingly. Try to go as low as you can control it. Good, let's do 5 more. And we are at 4, 3, 2, last one. And lift. Good work. All right, coming into the other side. We are coming into our side plank for the other side. Shoot your hand up, hip dips, lift. Good, lower and lift, lower and lift. Good, push that mat away from your body. Try not to collapse into that shoulder. Here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, holding it out, threading the needle here. Good, and again. 4 more from here. 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Adjusting, moving that knee to support your whole body and moving that arm underneath your wrist, right underneath that shoulder. From here, lifting and lowering that leg. Good. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Good. Can we do 8 more? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Return. Coming into your sitting position and finding a well-deserved child's pose. Sitting on your heels, relaxing onto your lap, dropping that chest towards your mat and catching your breath. Good. I'll give you 2 breaths here before we start moving again. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Coming back up. All right, this time we're doing a little spine stretch here. So you're gonna sit wide-legged. Your heels are gonna dig into that floor or the mat. Sitting tall, we're gonna inhale and then exhale, chin to chest, pulsing forward. Good, feeling the stretch in your hamstrings. Pulsing here for 3, 2, 1. Releasing back up. Good, and again, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pulse down for 3, and 2, and 1. Release back up. One more time. Inhaling, lengthen. Exhale, chin to chest. Coming down for 3, and 2, and 1. Coming back up. Good. Moving on to some arm work. We're coming into a reverse table. We're going to start with some hip lifts. Good. Inhale here at the bottom. Your hands are going to, sorry, I should have talked about alignment first. Hands are going to come onto the side. Your fingers are going to face both out to the side of your mat. And your feet are going to be 45 degrees pointing away from your body. All right, starting with your pelvis on the floor. Inhaling here. As you exhale, lift up into a tabletop position. Hold your hips up high and then lower back down. And again, good, lower. And again, lower, good. 2 more. Last one. Good. Release down. This time we're going to hold it up and we're going to do some tricep dips. So inhaling, exhaling, lifting up. Good. From here, bend and extend. Try to hold your hips up as high as possible to really challenge yourself. Good. Here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower your hips down. Shake it off. All right, from here, I want you to, we're going to go back to tricep dips again, but beforehand, we're going to do a little ab work. So your hand's going to be outstretched behind you like this. You're going to lean right back into your hands. You are going to start with your legs bent. Obviously, harder will be straight, but let's all start with our legs bent. Good. From here, we're going to draw a circle with our knees. Draw a circle with our knees here. Good. And you're leaning right back into your hands. If that feels easy, straighten your legs and draw a circle with your toes. Good. Here for another 2 and 1. And switching directions. Good. This should be hard. Remember, bend your knees at any time. Good. Here for 3, 2, 1. Oh, I didn't even finish that circle. That is hard. All right. Coming back to our tricep dips. So this time we're going right into tricep dips. We're going to lift our hips high and hold it high. Inhaling as you exhale, lifting your hips high, holding that reverse table. We bend and extend here. Bend and extend here for 5 more. 5, go lower each time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower back down. Good. Shake out those wrists. Okay, coming into another strength. Let me just adjust this. This time we're coming into all fours. All right, we're gonna work on some lower body now with a bit of upper body as well, but mostly lower body. The first move, you're gonna tuck those feet under. First move is basically called the fire hydrant. Your belly is in. Inhaling and then exhaling, lifting that leg to the side and lower. So it's like, you're a dog and you've seen a fire hydrant and you're lifting one side to relieve yourself. That's basically what it is. But as you do that, I want you to try to make sure that you have equal weight between your hands as much as possible the whole time. Good. One more time. Good. Okay, adding on to that movement. This time, you're going to lift up. You're going to crunch your elbow towards. You're going to crunch your knee towards your elbow, and then you're going to straighten, return. Good. Lift, crunch, straight, return. And again, lift, crunch, straight, return. Okay, adding on to that, we're going to add a push-up with our leg extended up. So it looks like this. Fire hydrant, crunch, straighten that leg, push up lower, lift, return. Good. Going again. Lift, crunch, straight, lower, back, return. Good. Can you do 4 more at your pace? All right. Lift, crunch. Oh, good. I am halfway. 2 more for me. Oh, last one. I am sweating. Hopefully you are too. Oh. And lower down. Take a breather. Drink some water. Shake out those wrists. I know we spent a lot of time on your wrist today, but it'll be worth it, I promise. All right, other side. When you're ready, getting into position. I'm gonna switch so you can see what I'm doing. All right, when you're ready, let's do 3 fire hydrants to warm up. Good. Good. Now we are crunching. So lift, crunch, lift, crunch, straight, return. Last one, lift, crunch, straight, return. All right, adding into the push-up. Inhaling, exhaling to move, lift, crunch, straight, push up, return, lift, crunch, straight, push up, return. Good. Do 4 more at your pace. Just wiping my sweat. Lift. Oh, wrong. Lift, crunch, push, return. And again. If you feel yourself losing alignment, if you feel yourself getting shaky, that's completely okay. This is how we get stronger. Shakiness and losing alignment is actually a great thing because you are changing your strength. You are improving. If you are able to maintain alignment without shakiness, that means I'm not challenging you enough and I'm not doing my job. So no shame in shakiness. All right, I think that's enough. Let's shake out our hands. Okay, you have earned a stretch, I think. We have worked hard. We have worked upper, lower body. We'll do a little bit of a standing blitz before we do some stretching. I want us to work on some balancing. Balancing is so good for your proprioception and for your brain. So coming up to standing when you're ready, grabbing a drink of water if you need. Good. From here, we are starting with wide-legged squats. So nice and easy. Lift, sorry, lower and lift. I want you to lift your toes up here from the mat. So most of our weight is on our heels. Good. Good. Now we are adding on. You are lowering and you're going to go to the side and lift. Lower one, we're staying on one side and lift. Squat, lift, squat, lift. One more. Now this time we're holding it up. Hands come to the side. We are holding a side start position. It helps to concentrate on one thing on the ground. Once you found your footing and some stability, I want you to lower and lift that leg. Lower and lift. 4, 4, 3, 2. Whoa, I'm losing it. And 1. Coming back up. Lower down and lift. Good. We're going to go to the other side now. Next squat. You're going to tiny lift. Coming back. Tiny lift. Coming back. Good. One more. This time we're coming up into our star. So hands wide. Find your focus on the floor. After you've found your footing, lower and lift that leg. Good. Lower and lift. Lower and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Place it back down. 2 squats to finish. Okay, quick stretch before we wrap up. From here, let's stand at the back of your mat. Inhale, arcing your arms. Exhale, lower those arms, chin to chest, and roll down slowly and with control. Inhaling at the bottom. Exhale, holding ragdoll. We're going to do a little rotation. So soften the knees. Place one hand on the ground. Reach and lower. Other side. Reach and lower. You can soften your knees as much as you can to find that rotation. Good. Let's do one more each side. Good. From here, you're going to walk your hands to a plank, then step your right foot up right away. Lower that left leg. Coming up into a sit. Coming up, we're going to rock forward and feel the stretch on that left hip flexor. Good. Holding here for 2 breaths. Good. Inhaling and exhaling. And coming back up. Hamstring stretch. So lifting your toes off the mat, flexing that foot towards you, feeling the stretch in the back of your leg. Good. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths from here. Sometimes stretching feels good and sometimes it doesn't when your muscles are extra tight. So just to find some solace in your breath. Good. Coming out of this, you're going to step forward, step back with the opposite leg, drop that knee, come upright, and then drop forward, feeling the stretch in that hip flexor. Good. Rocking forward a little bit further each time. 2 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. 1 more breath. Rocking back, lifting the toes off the ground, feeling that hamstring stretch. Now it's completely normal for both sides of the bodies not to feel symmetrical. So if one side is tighter than the other, that's completely normal and completely okay. If that's the case, it might feel nice to hold the stretch on the tighter part for a little bit longer, or you could even get a foam roller or a golf ball and roll out that tension for a little bit of self-massage. Good. 1 more breath. Gosh, I am dripping in sweat. Good. Releasing now. Stepping forward, finding a ragdoll pose. I want you to shake your head out, shake your arms out, soften those knees, and really use gravity to feel length between your vertebrae or your spine bones. Imagine gravity pulling your spine apart as your head goes towards the ground. Inhaling at the bottom. In your next exhale, you're going to start with a scoop of the chest. Sorry, scoop of the belly. Start to stack your spine. And as you start to stack your spine, feel yourself get a little taller. Good. Roll your shoulders back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. We will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Remember, stay hydrated, stretch, and keep moving. Bye.